Aditi is at the BJP headquarters, which is the final destination for Narendra Modi's cavalcade to arrive. Aditi, we believe that Amit Shah is also in the city, but he's gone ahead to the RSS headquarters. Anything brewing there? Because we know that the BJP parliamentary board meeting is next.
In fact, what we're getting to know is like just about half an hour back, that is when Amit Shah went to the RSS headquarters at Jhandewalan. What we're also learning is he's just gone there to give a precursor as to what has been planned for Narendra Modi when he's arriving at the national capital. What exactly will happen at the parliamentary board meeting. So a little precursor of sorts is the reason why Amit Shah has gone to the RSS headquarters in Jhandewalan. In fact, after finishing the meeting there, Amit Shah is expected to arrive at the BJP headquarters at 11 Ashoka Road soon. Maruk, also a lot of speculation is doing rounds whether today's meeting will actually discuss who will be given what portfolio. Now, it all depends on Narendra Modi, although it is highly unlikely whether a discussion on the portfolios of the senior leaders will take place today or not. But Narendra Modi definitely means business, Maruk, and the RSS has to be kept in the loop before any major decision is taken, whether about any other BJP leader or any senior BJP leaders. In fact, what we are also getting to know is Amit Shah at the meeting meeting the RSS members at the RSS headquarters might also discuss the future of various senior leaders, whether we talk about LK Advani, Sushma Swaraj and Murli Manohar Joshi. So this is what we are learning latest at headlines today, is that the meeting of Amit Shah with the RSS members could turn out to be crucial before he actually reaches here, before the parliamentary board meeting begins at the 11 Ashoka Road headquarters of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Maruk.
And in that press conference, Aditi, after the parliamentary board meeting, which is likely to happen as per your reports, are we likely to hear are we getting any big headlines out of this?
Not really, Maruk. As far as Narendra Modi is concerned, today is the day when he will be formally meeting his board members. This is the first time after the elections that all the senior leaders are going to come together. In fact, we know about a rift within the BJP leaders, whether we talk about the future of senior leaders LK Advani and Sushma Swaraj. So given that rift, this is for the first time that all the senior leaders will be meeting Narendra Modi, where discussions will take place as to when Narendra Modi should be taking the oath, when will the parliamentary party meeting take place, and when will the crucial NDA meeting will take place. In fact, if given to Narendra Modi, he can also discuss the future of top leaders such as LK Advani and Murli Manohar Joshi. However, discussion on the future cabinet of Modi is highly unlikely today, Maruk. So definitely when Narendra Modi comes in front of the media, maximum what we can expect is a felicitation ceremony which will be held by BJP President Rajnath Singh.
Okay, all our reporters, Ashish Mehrishi, Ashar Khan and Brijesh Pandey are also on the phone line with us as they're following the cavalcade. Brijesh Pandey, to you first, give us a sense of where you are and what's the action happening there.
Well, Maruk, I am at Teen Murti Marg, which is one of the 5 places where Modi is expected to do a small stopover before reaching the National Party headquarters at 11 Ashoka Road. There's a group of at least 300 to 400 strong, frenzied crowd which is gathered which is waiting for the cavalcade of Narendra Modi to pass, and they are chanting slogans and all kind of praises for Narendra Modi, and the kind of frenzy the crowd is in, you can easily imagine the kind of popular support and the reason why Delhi netted 7 out of 7 seats for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Maruf?
Ashar Khan, reports on the Congress party, and Ashar, I want you to reflect on the fact that here are BJP workers across the streets of Delhi. They've got 7 on 7 and they have their government at the centre. Narendra Modi arriving. This clearly shows in the body language of the supporters and the workers of the party, wouldn't you say?
Well, absolutely. It's a buoyant cadre which is out there. In fact, not only the cadre but the other affiliate groups have also come out on the streets. But the most important point is that for the last 15 years, the BJP cadre in Delhi, in the state of Delhi, was at bay because it was out of power. There was a Congress Sheila Dixit-led government which was ruling Delhi. For the last 10 years, we saw that it was a Congress-led government which was at the centre. So clearly, the BJP cadre was out of action for a very long time. And finally, we see the cadre is tasting success because they will be in power. It will be their government. It would be with their specific agenda. So that is why we see the cadre out in large numbers.
Okay, Ashish Mehrishi is where these pictures are coming from right now. Dholakun. Ashish, describe to us what's happening.
Well, in fact, Farooq, massive crowd, hundreds and thousands.
Okay, I believe what is really the reason why we can't hear Ashish Mehrishi is because the jammers are on. The minute the cavalcade passes through a certain area, the jammers which are moving, which is one of the cars that is moving along with the cavalcade, comes into play, which is the reason why perhaps you might not be able to hear Ashish Mehrishi for a bit. But clearly there are hundreds of these supporters of the BJP. Remember, they were standing on the sidelines as Ashish was reporting, and now they have spilled onto the roads. It must be a nightmare for the security personnel and the police who are trying to guide the Prime Minister designate to the BJP headquarters. And as we show you these pictures, just a quick reminder of what the itinerary for Narendra Modi is going to be today. He's landed at the Indira Gandhi airport. He's on his way to the BJP headquarters. He might stop at Teen Murti. We still don't know. There were a couple of spots and locations where Narendra Modi was to stop en route to the BJP headquarters, but he's already late and he might not do that. We still don't have a confirmation. He is unpredictable at times and might just stop along the way. We don't have a confirmation. He reaches the BJP headquarters. He will have attend the parliamentary board meet, following which there might be a press conference. We're not expecting any big ticket announcements today. This is, as Aditya Anand Narayanan was telling us, just the beginning of a long series or an innings for Narendra Modi. So he's meeting the parliamentary board in his new position within the party as the prime ministerial candidate and now the prime minister designate. After that, he will be leaving for Varanasi, where he's going to have another victory march, and Varanasi is preparing for that. Aditya Anand Narayanan, any word that you're getting? Is he going to stop at any point as he comes to where you are?
In fact, the BJP had prepared 7 felicitation points for Narendra Modi, Maruk. In fact, those are the points where all our headlines today reporters have been placed. So those were the points where the BJP had decided that Narendra Modi will stop, will meet the BJP workers, will meet the supporters, and for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then he'll go forward. But it all depends on the ground, what's the situation as far as the security of Narendra Modi is concerned. There's definitely a lot of chaos listening to all the reporters who are out there on the route of Narendra Modi. A lot of crowd has been gathered just to get a glimpse of Narendra Modi. It's also the supporters, the voters and the BJP workers. The BJP at this point of time is trying that Narendra Modi should stop at least one of the 7 spots that Narendra Modi was supposed to stop, where a brief felicitation ceremony will take place. But definitely, Maruk, all depends on the ground, how the situation is, how the security situation is, whether if there is a lot of chaos, then the BJP would prefer that Narendra Modi's cavalcade leaves from the airport, goes through the route plan and directly reaches the Ashoka road, Maruk.
Ashish, we lost you the last time around and you were describing the crowds to us. Go ahead.
Well, in fact, Maruk, spectacular visuals, spectacular crowd. Not usually you see such kind of crowd on the street of Delhi. Hundreds and thousands of people. So, he showed Narendra Modi's, cavalcade. He stopped for a few seconds. Narendra Modi showed his gestures to the supporters, and then the cavalcade moved on. So certainly not really usually see such kind of such pictures. Celebrations is still going on. Narendra Modi has left this place. He's on the Sakarpati road as of now. But usually, it's the national capital. People usually don't come out in the street.
Okay, Ashish, just stay on with us. Sorry to interrupt you, but Aditi has Shaina NC of the BJP with her. Aditi, go ahead.
Shaina, a big plan for Narendra Modi. This is the first time that he is reaching the national capital. What has the BJP prepared for him for today?
Clearly, you can see the enthusiasm, their lacks of cadre. They just want a glimpse of their hero, the leader of the moment. And I think post this, there will be the parliamentary board meeting, a press conference, and a vision plan, because Modi ji wastes no time. Let me assure you, the celebration is over. It's only work mode, and its actions speak louder than words.
It was a wait of almost 10 years for all the BJP workers and the BJP leaders. Do we see a different India under Narendra Modi's leadership, Shaina?
You will definitely see a more stable, less corrupt, or I would like to say, because as he says, "Hun khato nati ne khawa det nati," he will not compromise on values and principles. progress is paramount. The country's unemployment, price rise, food inflation, all these are core issues. And coupled with that, I think that, this is a stable mandate. So we have no excuses. We're under the radar and we want to be accountable and we will be accountable.
China, the next big question which everybody is asking, what is the future of the senior BJP leaders in the BJP? Whether they will get a place in Modi's cabinet or whether they will be a part of the BJP party. What is the future? What can we see happening?
The future is very bright for every aspirational leader in the party. I think Modi ji is a team player. He is the captain of the ship, but he has a workforce that is his die-hard fans. And after this victory, I think this is not just the victory of the cadre, it's of every Indian that realizes for once their lives are going to be economically empowered, they're going to be literate, they're going to be secure, and they're going to have somebody that they can look up to in politics.
So China, there are also reports that there is some sort of rift which is taking place within the BJP as far as the senior leaders are concerned. What is their future going to be? What is their fate going to be? What portfolio who is getting? Do you agree on the little bit of infighting or restlessness that is prevalent in BJP?
I absolutely don't, Aditi, and I think there is a huge perception versus reality battle. I would appeal to people to stop spreading these rumors. The two things in BJP you have to understand. There is a democratic forum where you can be a legitimate voice of dissent, but most importantly, there is discipline, and that discipline, when announced by the leadership, the parliamentary board, the prime ministerial candidate, the president, every single party worker accepts it.
Thank you so much for talking to Headlines today. So clearly, China NC giving the hint that all is well within the BJP and the senior leaders, and definitely everybody, even the senior leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Maruk, are eagerly waiting to welcome Narendra Modi, who has arrived in the national capital for the very first time after the huge victory that the BJP has achieved yesterday, Maruk.
Okay, we've seen these pictures from different parts of Delhi as Narendra Modi's cavalcade is making its way to the BJP headquarters on 11 Ashoka Road. Ashish Mehrishi from Dhola. Ashish, tell us what you saw.
Well, in fact, Maruk is no longer here. He's left this place. But he gave a small gesture to his supporters, showered rose petals on the cavalcade, and now it's still, though Narendra Modi is not there at Dhola. But you can hear the kind of crowd chanting Narendra Modi, Namo Namo, and it's very rare we see. For the first time, what I remember after Indira Gandhi is that somebody who has come fighting from the street, and then he's going to be the prime minister. He's not going to be para-dropped from the top. So this is a man who has actually been able to garner support from common man, the kind of mandate that he has got, 280 plus 5%. So this is something which is spectacular, and this is what we've seen on the streets of Delhi as well. Because the kind of support, Maruk, the kind of people who gathered in support in chanting Namo slogans. This is spectacular. These are spectacular visuals not seen on the streets of Delhi for quite some time. We saw this kind of a movement when Anna's movement was there. But then again, this is a different sort of again, this is Lok Sabha elections, which he has been able to win. He has been able to win, and we can see the supporters still there at Dhola, enjoying and celebrating the win of BJP.
It's a charged up Narendra Modi and a BJP cadre as Narendra Modi has landed in the capital and is going to the BJP headquarters to attend the BJP parliamentary meet, but not before he meets the supporters and people of Delhi who have voted the BJP back into power with an incredible mandate, the biggest one since 1984. Brijesh Pandey also on the phone line with us from Teen Murti. Brijesh, Teen Murti is a very quiet part of Delhi. Is it the same today as well?
Well, definitely not, Maruk, because today around more than 500 frenzied BJP supporters have assembled here, and to pep up the spirit, one of the councillors just did one round in a jeep and she threw Narendra Modi t-shirts into the crowd, and the crowd just went berserk. So it's definitely not all that quiet in the area, and people have lined up here for them, be waiting for the cavalcade of Narendra Modi to pass for the last hour and a half. They are playing, they're singing songs, they're dancing on their own, and every other 5 to 10 minutes, there's a huge roar of pro-Narendra Modi slogan. So it's an absolutely electric atmosphere right here at the Teen Murti.
But Brijesh, it is unlikely that he's going to stop, and even if he's stopping, it's just momentarily, where he's perhaps coming out of his bulletproof car and waving to the crowds and then moving on.
Well, Maruk, I think, because of the PG security, his chances of stopping here would be very would be highly unlikely. But yes, because since it's a road show and it is in a way of saying thank you to the electorate, which gave him a resounding victory, they might kind of roll down the window in which he can wave at the crowd and the cavalcade can speed up. But just for that one glimpse of their leader, approximately 500 to 600, and then the crowd, which is surging by the moment, has assembled here, and they will leave no stone unturned to catch a glimpse of the leader.
Okay, over to Ashar Khan from Teen Murti to Gyara Murti. Ashar, are you seeing also voters of Delhi, people coming out to perhaps catch a glimpse of Narendra Modi, or is it largely BJP workers?
At the moment, Narendra Modi has arrived here. We can see that he is getting out of it. In the sense, he's opened the door of his car. He's waving to his supporters. We can see huge flags. There are about at least 30 cars here in the cavalcade of Narendra Modi. We can see Narendra Modi hanging out of the door of the car and waving the victory sign. As you can clearly see that people are rushing towards Modi. Modi is there at the door of the car. He's standing and waving out of the car. Clearly a nightmare for the security personnel here. But there are at least about 500 to 800 people who are there with flags of Bharatiya Janata Party, trying to get a glimpse of their leader, which they've elected. And clearly we see that there are more people trying to go and touch him, but the security personnel are also having a...
You said it, Ashar, it's a nightmare for the security personnel, and all these people were standing on the sidelines with the police barricades, or rather behind the police barricades. The minute they've seen the cavalcade, they've jumped onto the roads, haven't they?
Well, absolutely. They are trying to get as close to his car as possible, and that is what is happening here. In fact, we can see Delhi police security is there. There is also the Gujarat police security, the NSD commandos, and also there have been constantly requests by the organizers to ensure that they do not stop the traffic and to ensure that the traffic moves smoothly. But yes, Modi is stopping for a brief while. He's taking about 5 to 10 minutes to move very slowly in his car, and we see that people are going ahead trying to catch a glimpse of their leader.
Ashar Khan there, and I want to stay with you, Ashar, because Narendra Modi at this point is there. He stopped for a while, and I can see a long line of cars. Are these part of the cavalcade, or is this normal commuter traffic as well? Because this would be a nightmare for commuters as well.
The traffic has been stopped for areas from where Modi is passing, but this is a very brief stop, as brief as it can be. That is what is being done here. But on the other hand, we see that there are supporters of Narendra Modi and of BJP who are following him from the airport, and that is also causing a huge traffic jam. But the security have not allowed those private vehicles to overtake the security vehicles and the vehicle of Narendra Modi. Now Modi is sitting inside his car. We can see that there are people on motorcycles also. The entire stretch of Gyara Murti has now been virtually covered. It is over to Teen Murti now. That is where he'll be going. They are no longer stopping now. The crowds are still looking at...
Okay, from Gyara Murti, where Ashar Khan is, to Teen Murti, where Brijesh Pandey is joining us on the phone line. Brijesh, the cavalcade is coming towards you, and so are the crowds.
I mean, the crowd here itself at Teen Murti is growing by the minute. Initially, there were approximately 100 to 200 workers at around quarter to 10. But in the last half an hour, we have seen the crowd surge, people coming in their respective cars, and approximately 5 to 10 people in each car of the Jeep as a whole, with a huge big BJP flag, and they are waving the flag, they are dancing on the roads and dancing on the streets. So approximately right now, the strength of the crowd which is assembled here at Teen Murti is close to 700 to 800 crowds. and everybody is lined up. The police is having a very, very tough time to make sure that nobody jumps onto the road and to make sure that there is no compromise in the security. But a very, very frenzied crowd and a very electric atmosphere here at Teen Murti Road. Maru?
We were just talking to Ashar Brijesh, who's at Gyara Murti, and he was saying that most of these people had lined up along the street with the barricades behind them, and their organizers were also telling them to move away from the streets. But clearly, this crowd just wants to get a glimpse of Narendra Modi.
Are having a very tough time to control the emotional BJP supporters who have gathered here to catch a glimpse of their leader. But the organizers, along with the police, are requesting them and making announcement from the public broadcast system to their cadre to make sure that there is no security breach, that there is no situation in which an untoward law and order situation kind of situation develops. So both the police and organizers are trying their level best, but it's a very enthused cadre, Madhav, and given given the way the kind of result it has resulted for the BJP, the enthusiasm is easily understandable.
Okay, Uday Maharkar is also joining us. Uday, just a quick question. As you see these pictures coming in, they are greatly symbolic. This is the culmination of the journey that Narendra Modi has been trudging along and finally made it.
Pardon? Can you repeat?
Uday, I'm saying that these pictures that are coming from the capital are symbolic in a lot of ways. These reflect the journey of Narendra Modi, which started from Gandhinagar and has culminated in the capital.
You see, he has always been a very popular leader, because of his oratory, his achievements, and a charisma which draws people towards him. So whether it was 2002, of course the context was slightly different, whether it was 2007, when he had been able to portray an image of a development icon, and whether it is now today in Delhi. One thing which is very symbolic is that he draws huge crowds because of his charisma. The charisma comes from his oratory, it comes from his achievements, it comes from an image of being a doer. You see, he has an image of a doer, Yeah.
He has the image of a doer, and there are several hundreds of expectations out of him. These crowds that are gathering, a large number of them BJP workers, also spontaneous crowds emerging from different parts of the capital where Narendra Modi's cavalcade is moving, clearly wanting to get a glimpse of Narendra Modi. We have Brijesh Pandey at Teen Murti where the cavalcade has reached. Has it reached and moved along, or is it still there, Brijesh?
No, Maru, the cavalcade has come, and in a style which you can call one of the reason why it's sending BJP cadres in frenzy is that Narendra Modi got out of his SPG protection, and he was hanging by the door of the jeep and waving a victory sign, and believe me, it's a very, very tough time for the SPG professionals and personnel and the local police to control the mob, because they have actually broken the barricade and rushed to the car, and the cavalcade is kind of caught in you can say a sea of humanity. There are like 600 to 700 people who have surrounded the car in which Narendra Modi is travelling. He is waving a victory sign, and there is absolute pandemonium right here now at Teen Murti Maru.
It is going to be difficult to move the cavalcade from the pictures that we are seeing, Rajesh.
Well, absolutely, because usually in a SPG protected cavalcade, you don't get to see these kind of breaches. But the second Modi arrived, he got out of his car. He was hanging by the door, and he started waving victory sign. People simply rushed forward, and the police. There was such a enthusiastic crowd that the police couldn't do much about it. And Narendra Modi also, the cavalcade stopped for a minute, and now I think the cavalcade is on its way to the Windsor Place, and but it was. I think the crowd got their due for what they have been waiting out for so long. It must have been a security nightmare for the SPG personnel and the Delhi police.
Brijesh, can you spot any of the other BJP leaders with him in the cavalcade?
Well, it's a long cavalcade, but from where we are standing, it's difficult to say that to see any other leader, because the second Narendra Modi got out of the car. Everybody rushed towards him. But it's a long cavalcade, and given the fact that a lot many senior leaders who had gone to receive Narendra Modi from the airport, definitely they would also be the part of the cavalcade, because the cavalcade looks like a cavalcade of approximately 25 to 30 cars, and usually SPG doesn't have this much of a cavalcade. Maruf?
Okay, we also have Ashar with us. Brijesh, you stay on because that's where the maximum action is happening. Ashar, quickly wanted to know from Gyara Murthy towards Teen Murthy, have the crowds now started following the cavalcade, or were they just there, came out spontaneously and are just staying there, or perhaps going back home? Okay, we'll go to Ashar in just a bit. But Brijesh, tell me, are these crowds moving along with the cavalcade, walking with the cavalcade, or are they just going to stay there and perhaps then wait for him to move back at any point when he's going back to Varanasi?
No, Maruf, the crowd is not moving. I mean, there are people who are trying to follow the cavalcade, but I think these are the people who have been following him from the airport itself. Because at these points where we're standing, I think an arrangement has been made at which people can come and stand, but they can't follow the cavalcade in their own respective cars. So I think this huge sea of supporters, which we can see sitting in the car and sitting on the top of the jeep and all, must have followed them from the airport. And once the cavalcade has passed and once the traffic restrictions will be eased, I think only then people from here can move along in their car and jeep and try to go towards 11 Ashoka Road, or even make an attempt to follow the cavalcade. Maruf?
Okay, Brijesh, stay on with us because we've just got an interaction with Meenakshi Lekhi. Headlines Today spoke to Meenakshi Lekhi, who was at the international airport waiting for Narendra Modi, and then in the crowds, she also got lost and was trying hard to follow the cavalcade. Let's listen in.
Meenakshi, you are here at the airport. Heartiest congratulations. Tell us what you see all around you.
I see a complete euphoria in the minds and hearts of people. And I couldn't even reach, and my pass was lying with somebody. So I stayed out and I had to take a protection of a police jeep.
And Narendra Modi, the moment he came out, his vehicle just couldn't move. People swarmed that place.
They swarmed it, and may God be with him always, and with us, because he is going to be the PM of the country. So I can only think on those.
Am I speaking to Minister Meenakshi Lekhi?
Oh no, I don't think like that. Whatever has to happen will happen, and whatever job is assigned, I do it with all earnest.
Okay, what is Narendra Modi's plan for the rest of the day, if he can ever leave this place? I mean, considering the number of people who are literally blocking Narendra Modi's vehicle, it's unbelievable, though a security violation, protocol violation.
Yes, but you can't help it when you're in public life and the mass leader that he is. You can't avoid being with people, and the moment he leaves, he will have to be, I don't know how much time will he take. He has to be at Ashoka Road, and post that by the afternoon he has to be at Varanasi.
At Varanasi, there's a Ganga Aarti that's planned. Meenakshi Lekhi will be with us through the day. We wished her good luck in the times to come. Meenakshi, all the best. With cameraman Madan, Gaurav Sawant in Delhi for Headlines Today.